Amplissime cancelare, placetni tibi et autoficium incipiat.
Plaquette.
Please, thank you, Sarah. Please remain standing for the prayer of invocation, which will be given by the Reverend Brett Anningston, Ecumenical Chaplain with UNB's Campus Ministry. Brett.
Prayer is a strange thing. It's basically a way of getting in touch with what we deeply believe, and that's different for each person. We begin each ceremony with ancient prayers reaching back to the original peoples of this land. And then through the invocation of the Spirit, we seek to ground this time in what is sacred. So let us pray. Source of life, known in infinite ways, we look deep within and we find ourselves opening up to the wonder of this moment. In the experience of each graduate, in the words of wisdom shared by our speakers and honored guests, in the pride of friends and family members, we see hope come to life. And so we pray that the spirit of love and hope that is deep inside each graduate might shine forth as they go into the world as strong leaders, guiding with intelligence and kindness, as inspired thinkers, creatively seeking change, ready to work for all, ready to share their gifts. Amen.
Thank you, Brett. Please be seated. I'd like to take a moment here at the start of our ceremony to recognize that our university sits on traditional Wolastoqey territory. The mighty river that runs right beside us was once known as the Wolastoq, along which originated the Wolastoqey people, the people of the beautiful river. It's now my pleasure to invite Imelda Purley, UNB's Elder-in-Residence, to deliver a traditional Wolastoqey Maliseet welcome. Imelda.
Kolasi kopa Wolastoquk, kamach balida hamlaba, gesi uligizato tiag, yetegaj bemkwabiatiak. I want to welcome you to our traditional territory. The eagle fan is raised to honor you. The highest honor we earn is an eagle feather because it talks about truth, honesty. So I raise my eagle fan to each and every one of you graduates. I'm going to sing a song. What we do to greet the day is we go to the four directions because all of us come from the four directions, and times like this, we need to come together in one circle so that we're one mind today, we're one heart today, we're one body today, we're one campus today. And so the song honors the four directions. It honors to the east the ones who went before us. We acknowledge them because in your hearts you carry their DNA. So we remember them. We go to the south, we talk about the heart medicine, you know, your family that's surrounding you today and congratulating you. We also go to the west, and in the west are the medicines of kindness, the medicines of, you know, our sweetgrass, our, you know, those encouragements, praise, that's all medicine. And of course to the north, where wisdom is waiting for the amazing things you'll be doing from this day forward. We look forward to that. Hey, guano te ahia guano Yokio we ahia yokio we Saunasnak. Hey guanote ahia guanote. Hey guanote ahia yokio we yokio we. Guskiasnuk. Hey, guanote, aia, guanote. Hey, guanote, aia, yokio, aia, yokio, Lataguasnuk. Hey, guanote, aia, guanote. Hey, guanote, aia, yokio, aia, yokio. May the heartbeat of this drum stay with all of you from this day forward, and to all the families. And please smile and be happy. Waliwan.
I'm going to take a moment to introduce our platform party. I would ask that you hold your applause until the end. Members of the platform, as I call your name, please briefly stand. Joining me on stage are Alison McCain, our Chancellor, Andreas Decken, Assistant Dean of Science, Barry Monson, Professor Emeritus Honoree, Brett Anningson, Ecumenical Chaplain with our campus ministry, from who you just heard, Brian Baxter, the Chair of our Board of Governors, Brian Gallant, the Premier of New Brunswick, Brooke Yates, President of UNB's Associated Alumni, David Woolnough, a member of our board, Don Harrington, our Comptroller, Drew Rendell, Dean of Grad Studies, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Andresen, George McLean, Vice President Academic, the Honorable Heidi Shue, Honorary Degree recipient, Imelda Purley, our Elder, James Kroll, Professor Emeritus, Jane Fritz, Professor Emerita, the Honorable Jocelyn Roy-Vigneault, Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick, John Thompson, Professor Emeritus, Judith McIntosh, Professor Emerita Honoree, Karen Cunningham, Vice President, Finance and Administration, Kimberly Fenwick, Vice President, Academic and Research at St. Thomas University, Larry Hashi, member of our board, Larry Shue, Professor Emeritus, Margaret Grant McGivney, Executive Director of our Associated Alumni and a member of our board, Mary McKenna, Assistant Dean of Graduate Studies, Nora Mallory, member of our board, Patricia Seaman, Acting Dean of Nursing, Captain Paul Dowling, the aide-de-camp for the Lieutenant Governor, Phyllis Cooling, member of our board, Sarah Deverin, University Secretary, Shauna Bergen, our Registrar, Shirley Cleave, Orator, Stephen Patterson, Professor Emeritus, Wayne Albert, Dean of Kinesiology. Thank you all for being part of this special day. My name is Eddie Campbell, and I'm President and Vice Chancellor of the University of New Brunswick, and it's now my pleasure to call upon our Chancellor, Dr. Alison McCain, to deliver the welcome address. Alison.
Your Honor, Mr. Premier, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and last but by no means least, graduates. On the 150th anniversary of Canada's Confederation, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 188th Encaenia at UNB. And graduates, I want to officially applaud you for the achievement that is literally only moments away. Today, you will join 85,000 or more UNB alumni who are contributing to a more prosperous and, I think, a more egalitarian world. During the course of your studies, you've acquired a great deal of knowledge, but you've also acquired some things I think that may be far more important and may possess greater longevity. You've acquired new friends, you've matured, and quite likely you have a higher level of confidence in your ability to lead others. Perhaps most significantly, you've developed a curiosity which will ensure that you continue to learn. And that's important when you consider the speed at which new knowledge is being uncovered in the world today. Some people estimate that in 1900, our knowledge doubled every century. By 1950, they were saying 50 years. And today, they say 13 months. But IBM is saying that the Internet of Things is going to reduce that to 12 hours. Kind of makes that degree feel a little obsolete. Anyway, most people will agree that the world is a better place than ever, but there's still a great deal of inequity, of injustice, and of deprivation. You are part of a generation that is going to find solutions to those issues. Graduates, we're proud of what you've achieved here today, and we're proud, and we're going to be proud of what you achieve in the future. Our expectations are high, but so is our confidence that you will be able to meet those expectations. And so, for today, I suggest that you enjoy the day, you savor the moment with family and friends, and come tomorrow, let's get going. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. I'm now going to call upon our Premier to deliver a welcome from the province of New Brunswick. Mr. Premier.
Before I begin, I'd like to ask all my friends in this wonderful building to join me in giving a big round of applause to congratulate today's graduates. As you can hear, we're all really proud of what you have done, what you have accomplished, and of course, of what you're going to do when you leave today. You've worked hard. There's been trials and tribulations, there's no doubt about it, but you deserve to be here today, and as the Chancellor said, enjoy and savor every moment of it. There's no doubt that the reason you're here is mostly because of your efforts, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I assume that for every single one of you there were also friends, family, faculty, mentors, people that helped you along the way. So I would ask that you give a big round of applause to all of them that are here and that couldn't be here today as well. I have one message for the graduates today. Be proud of where you're from, be proud of who you are, and be proud of who you become. Now, when I say that, I recognize that you all have different backgrounds, different experiences, and you went through different things to lead you to here today. But you do have some things in common. So be proud of where you're from. You're either from New Brunswick, or you now have a deep connection to New Brunswick. I would not be doing my job as Premier if I didn't take a moment to try to convince you to stay here in New Brunswick. So if you'll indulge me, I just want to say a couple things. There are challenges in our province, but there are many opportunities. In 2015, we saw the economy grew at the third fastest rate of all the provinces in Canada. It grew again in 2016, and it's estimated to grow in 2017 yet again. There are about 3,000 job opportunities posted right now for people that want to work in New Brunswick. So when you leave here today, check out nbjobs.ca. There are good paying jobs. Wages in 2016 went up in New Brunswick at the fastest rate of all provinces in Canada. And you already know this because you got to experience it, but I have to say it nonetheless. Just a few weeks ago, the Conference Board of Canada looked at all the provinces in Canada and ranked New Brunswick as having the best quality of life. So there are jobs, economic growth, good wages, and it's the best place to live. Be proud of who you are. Again, you're all different, and that's something that makes this campus and the experience that you just went through special. But you do have something in common. You're all, as of today, UNB grads. Be proud of that. The University of New Brunswick has a rich history. It has great leadership, great faculty, and like you, thousands of people that graduated in the past that are making a real difference around the country and around the globe. It is also the oldest English-speaking university in North America and happens to be the most entrepreneurial university in our country. So you should be very proud to be an alumni of this wonderful institution. Lastly, be proud of who you become. You're all going to do amazing things. I have no doubt about it. You prove that you can by being here today. When you leave today and you go to different communities in New Brunswick, you can make a difference. You have proven to yourself, you have proven to others that you can accomplish things when you work hard. And I have no doubt that you can all make a difference from right here in New Brunswick. And if you ever doubt that, I just want to leave you with a quote. It's one of my favorite quotes, and I think it reminds us all of how we can change the world and make it better. It's from Margaret Mead, and it goes like this: "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." We are so proud of you, and I have no doubt that we're going to be very proud of what you accomplish moving forward. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Premier. I would now like to draw your attention to page 17 of the program. The medals listed there will be presented during our Encaenia ceremonies. All other medals and prizes appear below the recipients' names in the graduation list. These medals and prizes were presented at faculty awards ceremonies, and they can be picked up at their respective faculties if you haven't already done so. On behalf of the university, I want to congratulate all the recipients, and let me express our hope and our expectation that you will maintain the high standards that you have demonstrated in qualifying for these awards. I'm now going to ask our Vice President Academic, Dr. George McLean, to assist the Honourable Jocelyn Roy-Vigneault, Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick, with the presentation of the medals.
Thank you. Through the generosity of Her Honour, the Lieutenant Governor, a silver medal is awarded each spring to the outstanding graduating student in each of the faculties on the Fredericton campus. At this ceremony, we will present the medals in science, kinesiology, and nursing. I would ask each recipient to come up to the platform as your name is called to receive your medal from the Lieutenant Governor. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Science is awarded to Tess McDonald. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Kinesiology is awarded to Ayla Aloev. And the Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Nursing is awarded to Hilary McCullum.
We will now confer the honorary rank of Professor Emeritus. The candidates will be presented by Dr. McLean.
The Professor Emeritus distinction is awarded only to retired faculty members. Criteria for the honorary rank include teaching performance of exceptional merit, extensive research, publication of unusually high quality, creative contributions to the administration and development of the university, and a record of professional conduct that indicates fair and ethical treatment of students and other members of the academic community. Candidates must be approved by the university's Board of Governors. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Judith McIntosh to stand. I now call upon Dr. Patricia Seaman, Acting Dean of Nursing and a former colleague of Dr. McIntosh's, to read her citation.
Dr. Judith Arlene McIntosh retired from the Faculty of Nursing in 2013 after serving with distinction since 1991 in the roles of Professor, Assistant Dean of Graduate and BNRN Studies, Assistant Dean Research and Faculty Development, Curriculum Chair, and in 2015 she became an honorary research professor. A Canadian expert in workplace bullying, Dr. McIntosh has published more than 50 peer-reviewed papers, technical and research reports, and presented at more than 70 national and international conferences. She was co- or principal investigator on 9 CIHR, SHIRK, or NBHRF grants, and was a team member for 9 other funded projects, primarily focused on fair and ethical treatment of vulnerable populations experiencing homelessness or violence. Dr. McIntosh's reputation and the record of professional conduct as a teacher, research, and administrator was recognized with numerous awards and accolades, including a nomination for a Dr. Alan P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching in 1998, 2000, 2003, and a UNB Teaching Professor Award in 2000. She also received the Ethel Johns Award for Distinction in Nursing Education from the Canadian Association Schools of Nursing in 2012 and is a lifetime member for the Atlantic region of the Canadian Association of Schools of Nursing. Dr. McIntosh's reputation and record of professional conduct as a teacher, research, and administrator is recognized in both academic and policy-making communities. Her honesty and commitment have represented extraordinary contributions to UNB and beyond. For her outstanding service and support to faculty and students, Dr. Judith McIntosh is most deserving of the honor of Professor Emerita at the University of New Brunswick.
Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellere, tota universitas commando vobis Judith McIntosh utae conferatis honoris causa titulum ac status professores emeritae un studis nutricis un hac universitae.
Ego convero vobis Judith McIntosh, ob manera tua huic universitati, dio et insignitur explita titulum ac statum professoris emeritae in studiis nutricius in universitati Novi Brunswicki.
Dr. Barry Monson, I invite you to please stand. I'd like to call upon Dr. Andreas Decken, Associate Dean of Science and former colleague of Dr. Monson's, to please read his citation.
Dr. Monson was a full-time faculty member of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics at UNB Fredericton since 1979 until his retirement in January of 2016. He remains very much involved in research and scholarly life at UNB and continues to be active in the mathematical community in Canada and internationally. He has been appointed an honorary research professor. Dr. Monson's contribution to the university has been recognized in 2015 by the President's Medal for Distinguished Service. Dr. Monson obtained his doctorate at the University of Toronto under the supervision of world-renowned geometer H.S.M. Coxeter. He has held NSERC funding throughout most of his career at UNB and has been invited to present his research at numerous conferences and workshops. Dr. Monson's teaching has been recognized through the Faculty of Science Excellence in Teaching Award in 2003 and a nomination for the Alan P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching in 2009. He has served on the Fredericton Senate as Faculty of Science representative and on a broad range of departmental and faculty committees that have benefited from his sound and considered advice. In addition to his substantial contributions to teaching, research, and service, Dr. Monson has been a leader in outreach and mentoring. His dedication to students at all levels, from middle school outreach through graduate school, has been truly exemplary and continues to be an inspiration.
Insignissimae praesis amplissime cancellare tota universitas commendo vobis Barry Monson, utae conferatis honoris causa titulum ac statum professoris emeritae und studis mathematis statistic in hac universitate.
Ego confero vobis Barry Monson, ab munera tua huic universitati, dio et insignitur explita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in studiis mathematicus statisticae emeriti in Universitati Novi Brunswicki. I can't help but note that on a personal level, Barry and I were graduate students once upon a time together, and we both have had occasion to study what are known in our world as reflection groups. So it's a special treat for me to be here as we honor Barry. We will now proceed to the conferring of an honorary degree. The recipient will be presented by our orator, Dr. Shirley Cleave. Shirley.
The Honorable Heidi Hsu to be Doctor of Science. The Honorable Heidi Hsu was born in Taiwan and immigrated to the United States with her family when she was 11. She later moved to Fredericton, where her father was teaching history at UNB, and completed her final year of high school at Fredericton High and then enrolled here at UNB. While she had always wanted to be a scientist, her path through her undergrad degree was anything but straight. She started in chemistry, switched to physics, and finally majored in mathematics, earning her Bachelor of Science degree in 1976. Knowing that a good education was critical, she worked hard and earned a scholarship for graduate school and completed an MSc in mathematics at the University of Toronto. The Honorable Heidi Hsu began her professional career with the Hughes Aircraft Company, designing fighter aircraft radar systems. When a male colleague told her the company only hired engineers and suggested that she had been hired only because she was a female minority, she went back to school, earned an engineering degree and a Master of Science degree in Systems Science and Theory from the University of California at Los Angeles. She subsequently worked for the Grumman Corporation, where she was the principal engineer for the Joint STARS project, the Surveillance and Target Attack Radar System. The Honorable Heidi Shue spent most of her career with Raytheon, a company specializing in missile defense, cybersecurity, and communications and intelligence systems. She worked her way up through the company, becoming the Vice President of Technology Strategy for Space and Airborne Systems. With this background, it is perhaps not surprising that in 2010, the White House asked her to take on the position of Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisitions, Logistics, and Technology. 2 years later, she was appointed as the Assistant Secretary for the department. In this role, she supervised over 42,000 employees in 13 different departments and was responsible for the management and implementation of all acquisition, procurement, and logistical functions for the Army. She was also a stalwart supporter of research funding during a period of across-the-board government cuts. After serving 5 years in this demanding position, she decided it was time to retire. But this didn't mean putting her feet up and relaxing. She started her own consulting business and now also serves as a member or chair on a number of boards, including the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine, and RoboTeam, the leading global provider of tactical ground robotic systems and controllers. It is evident that the Honorable Heidi Shue has made a very successful career in highly technical fields and in high-profile positions. But there is another side to her. According to one of her siblings, she is a very compassionate and caring person who is generous with her time and resource with their family and friends. She is seen as the practical and logical one in the family and is always willing to offer advice and assistance. She has a wonderful sense of humor and doesn't take herself too seriously, even though she is the equivalent of a 4-star general in the United States Army. She can also be goal-oriented and driven in her personal life. When a fellow hiker teased her about being too slow on her first backpacking trip in the West, she decided to get in shape. She got into great shape and subsequently went hiking at both high altitudes and for long distances in places such as Nepal, Bhutan, and Tanzania. Her numerous awards and accolades include the Department of Defense Medal for Distinguished Public Service, the Department of the Army Medal for Distinguished Civilian, the Knowlton Award for Military Intelligence and Cooperation, and the Knight of the Honorable Order of St. Michael, awarded by the Army Aviation Association. UNB is proud to welcome the Honorable Heidi Shue home and to bestow on her a Doctor of Science degree. Insignissime praesi, simplissime cancelere, tota universitas, presenta vobis Heidi Shue, ut admittitatur honoris causa ad gradium doctoris in scientia in Novo Brunswicki.
Ego admitto te, the Honorable Heidi Shue, honoris causa ad gradum doctoris in scientia in Universitati Novi Brunswicki. It is now my privilege and great pleasure to invite the Honorable Heidi Shue to address this insignia. Heidi.
Thank you very much, Chancellor McCain. And Dr. Campbell, it is a great privilege to be with you today. I would also like to thank Dr. David McGee, Dean of Science, and the entire Faculty of Science for this incredible honor. I would also like to thank my dad, Professor Emeritus of History, who instilled in me the value of higher education. I am tremendously grateful for my family who traveled far and wide to be here with me today. My fashion designer sister, Vivian Shue, who helped me throughout my career to dress for success. My dear sister Viola, who traveled all the way from Hong Kong to be here, and my dear brother Philip, who drove all the way here from Toronto to be here. Thank you all being here. Thank you for being the best sisters and brother that I could ever hope to have. Okay. I would also like to thank my partner, Dr. Brian Pierce, who has always been there for me. Looking at all of you bring back fond memories of my graduating class in 1976. It was a day much like today, except there's no smartphones. I received my Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics, and the world seemed to be wide open with opportunities, except I wasn't too sure where. Okay. 4 years at UNB in the Faculty of Science gave me a solid foundation and an unrelenting quest to pursue additional knowledge. I took to heart Albert Einstein's quote, "Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think." With my math professor's encouragement, I went on to the University of Toronto for my master's degree in math. Dr. Barry Monson and I actually were both graduate students at the University of Toronto in mathematics. I am absolutely thrilled that he is being recognized today. After my master's of degree in science, in mathematics, I ended up being hired as an engineer at the Hughes Aircraft Company in Southern California, where it's a lot warmer. Okay. I felt uncomfortable not having an engineering degree and didn't want to be viewed as a second-class engineer. So I ended up going to UCLA to obtain a second master's degree in system science, which is part of electrical engineering. Then I went on to obtain the degree in engineering at UCLA, where you take all the coursework for the PhD, you have to pass the preliminary PhD written and oral exams. Subsequently, with a solid foundation in math and engineering, I focused on my career in designing radar systems for air superiority fighter aircrafts. I advanced rapidly throughout my career by showing initiative, not being afraid of taking on risky assignments, communicating succinctly, being a team player, treating everyone with respect, working long hours to ensure the highest quality product is delivered, and doing what is right for my customer. In 2000, I was nominated to the prestigious Air Force Scientific Advisory Board, an independent advisory board to the Secretary of the Air Force. Subsequently, I became the vice chair, then the chair. That exposure gave me a very broad perspective of what issues and challenges that the Air Force faced. In 2010, I received a phone call from the White House asking me to serve as a Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology. That was the #2 spot in Army acquisition, which is a 3-star equivalent rank. I knew nothing about the Army, so the learning curve was vertical. Okay. After discussions with my sisters, I took the deep dive and accepted this challenging job in the Pentagon in November of 2010. Despite the 80% pay cut, I decided it was time to give back to the nation that gave me so many opportunities to excel. In 2012, I was nominated by President Barack Obama and confirmed by the Senate to the position of the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology. That's the 4-star equivalent position. That was by far the most stressing and challenging job that I have ever held. I worked continuously 13 to 14 hours a day, juggling 10,000 balls, being responsible for annual budget that ranged from $23 billion to $33 billion. Small budget. Our budget led to the design, development, delivery, and sustainment of everything that the Army uses, from bullets to radios to helicopter to tanks to missiles to space to chemical and biological defense. The Army owned more planes than the Air Force and more boats than the Navy. We are by far the biggest service, with more members than the Air Force and the Navy's Marines combined. I was also responsible for 250,000 contracting actions per year, while supporting 2 ongoing wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. My responsibilities were so vast, I simply could not be an expert in everything. The important lessons that I learned while in the government are: never stop learning, have passion for your work, be objective, be non-parochial, and you will gain respect. Understand your own strengths and weaknesses, and build the highest caliber team possible. Build bridges to multiple organizations internally as well as externally. Become passionate and help others and have a sense of humor. Okay. Let me leave you with a final thought. Never give up. Don't dwell on the past and focus your energy towards the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hsu. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees in course. May I extend to all of you who will graduate here today the warmest congratulations of your university. When you first came here as a student, you became a member of the UNB family. And today, all of this family, teachers, colleagues, friends, administrators, share your pride in reaching this important milestone in your careers. We are gathered here to recognize your hard work and sacrifice, and we are also gathered here to wish you every success and happiness in the future. We hope that you will always value what you have learned here, and that you will forever remember your alma mater with fondness and with affection. We will begin with the bachelor's degrees, to be followed by the master's and doctoral degrees. Candidates for the bachelor degrees will be presented by the orator.
The bachelor's degrees of Science, Medical Laboratory Science, Science and Kinesiology, Recreation and Sports Studies, and Nursing. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignis me praeses, amplisme cancelleri, supplicandi senatoi, ad huic haveranabi collegio gubernatorium, he baccalaureae vel scholares in facultati scientia, in facultati kinesiologia, in facultati nutrici, quorum nomina ac sudi iam rita, cognita sunt et promulgata, ut meditator ad proprium baccalaureae graduum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetni vobis senatoris, placetni gubernatoris, ut he supplicatoris admittanter.
The supplicants for the aforesaid bachelor's degrees will now stand for the presentation by the orator and admission by the president. Insignis me praeses, implicitmi cancelleri, tota universitas, presenta vobis, hasca, supplicatores, and supradictis facultatibus, ut admittantur approprium ab baccalaureae graduum, in sua quisque facultate tescore elos, quod omni quacus statute restori recruant appetasi in ordinasi essa.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalaureae in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your signed order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Assistant Dean of Science, Dr. Andreas Deckham, will present the Bachelor of Science diplomas, Bachelor of Science with Honors First Class. Jennifer Margita Adam. Catherine Ann Bonner. Megan Joyce Boucher. Peter Charles Carver. Ashton Jeremiah Clark. Emma Michaela Connell. James Patrick Davis. Alicia Maria Donovan. Jacob Miles Dorr. Samarth Ferguerier. Michael Thomas Gilbert. Gabrielle Emma Hibbert. Sarah Valerie Hurtle. Taylor Michelle Hutchison. Molly Elizabeth Jackson. Faith Danielle Laboutier. Andrea Ann Micah Marks. Cara Sophie Matula. Thomas James Maxwell. Tess Alexandra McDonald. Michael Joseph McCaw. Joel Jonathan McLeod. Garrett William O'Connell. Cassandra Violet Parsons. Megan Danielle Poulin. Ho Chong Wu. Gregory Robert Richardson. Mariah Joy Robichaud. Jonathan Paul Rose. Sarah Rose Russell. Louise Brianne Sennett. Ian Christopher James Smith. Dakota John Van Dyke. Thanks. Rachelle Dominique Boysen. Sarah Leanna Walker. Emily Noel Wright. Caitlin May Young. Cody Michael Brooks. Jacqueline Howie Clayland. Nicole Jennifer Daigle. Colin Gerard DaCosta. Caitlin Taylor Forward. Jamie Lynn Frampton. Austin Peter Hetherington. Alexi Nicholas Karamelas. Josiah Paul Philibert Kennedy. Hillary Olivia Jane McLean. Jordan Paul McGrath. Melanie Kaylee Michaud. Caitlin Dawn Morehouse. Amid Mohammed Ektasabi. Alexandre Nadeau, Yasimino Parto, Bailey Amaris Stockford, Jacqueline J. Lulin Teo, Sarah Michelle Wheeler, Bachelor of Science, First Division, Paul Andrew Byrne, Logan David Ford, Elizabeth Rickenbach Germain, Phoebe Jane Grant, Krista Beatrice Keach, thanks. Thomas William Leonard, Lisa Doris Manuel, Clara Grace McNamee, Elias Michael Reed, Jordan Dean Shannon, Cassidy Ray Strafford, Hai Trung Khan, Bachelor of Science, Lauren Elizabeth Baker, Natalie McKinley Berry, Emma Sue Bergeron, Catherine Alexandra Brewer Bruce, Kelsey Gray Kale, Alicia Claire Elizabeth Chase, Yusong Nash Cho, Kimberly Dawn Coffin, Kristen Kosh, Thomas James Cromwell, Courtney Amanda Curtis, Dylan Alexander DeMille, Cassandra Lee Fitzpatrick, Alicia Donna Gallant, Dustin Glenn Gamblin, Garrett Paxton G, Rachel Opal Jean Giberson, Jordan Thomas Weaver Grattan, Simon John Greeno, Chantal Anita Griffiths, Namilka Harshani Gartner, Sadie Eliza Hyder, Allison Jane Hassan, Kaylee Ann Hissock, Caitlin Elizabeth Kelly, Riley Nicole Kynock, Melissa Ann Larrabee, Kristen Jillian Lyons, Jane Ashley McKay, Laura Ann Maston, Cindy Leslie Huway McAdam, Alicia Alexandra Neely, Yasmina Parto, Megan Elizabeth Rayburn, Bridget Sophia Ruckjessam, Brittany Margaret Ruckjessam, Gregory Adam Thibault, Jonathan Delbert Tose, Anne Obina Ugabe, Reagan Vonanovich, Jessica Ann Weigel, Lindsay Aaron Weston, Alicia Dawn White, Brianna Jade Wilcox. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science degrees. The Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science diplomas. Mihaela Evelyn Gillis, Jessica Dawn Gowan, Megan Catherine McIver, the Dean of Kinesiology, the Dean of Kinesiology, that would conclude the Bachelor of Science in Medical Library Sciences. The Dean of Kinesiology, Dr. Wayne Albert, will present the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology with honors, Ilya Abalov, Maylee Megan Adam Reimer, Evan Michael Bellier, Devin Rochelle Blizzard LeBlanc, Adam Stacy Philip Chubbs Payne, Megan Elizabeth Camo, Carolyn Hunter Crane, Marika Jane DeWinter, Lauren Ann Joyce, Nadia Rachel Kacheski, Maggie Lauren McCauley, Jarrett Patrick Norrie, Allison Kathleen Picard-Tautry, Brandon Jeffrey Richards, Matthew Alexander Short, Anna Danielle Emily Stoltz, Chelsea Teresa Walker, Alyssa Victoria Whalen, Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, First Division, Lauren Nicole Adam, Emily Ella Blight, Megan Jeanette Bulmer, Alisa Kaylee Dillon, Michaela Jane Donovan, Andrea Lynn Ducheneau, Shayna Elise Ferguson, Sarah Jane Fowler, Kevin Alexander Koneski, Philip Daniel McClellan, Bryce James Martin, Annika Kathleen McConaughey, Michael Todd Metote, Anna Catherine Neighbors, Megan Victoria Oxford, Andrew John Douglas Patrician, Brandon Sean Henry Sloot, Nora Salem Al-Sunuk, Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Jessica Lee Anthony, Jillian Ashton Armstrong, Joshua Emily Arsenault, Brittany Evelyn Jane Beach, Trevor Blauendart, Vanessa Brie Blackier, Angelina Marie Bosma, Samuel John Brooks, Jonathan Michael Bunn, Patrick Cormier, Megan Marie Critchlow, Lauren Barbara Cuban, Nicholas John Dempsey, Emma Genevieve Fries, Ashley D. Gallagher, Matthew Bryce William Garrett, Janelle Elizabeth Haynes, Julianne Marie Haynes, Lauren Elizabeth Hill, Matthew Amos Hurst, Caitlin Ann Hutchison, Shane Thomas Jude Johnson, Victoria Lynn Jones, Matthew Howard Kinch, Danielle Juliette LeBlanc, Amanda Marie Lee, Paige Elizabeth Lewis, Mathieu Michael Lozier, Julianne McFawn, Mackenzie Robert Connor McCoy, Daniel Ryan Mullins, Lee Justin Morrow, Tyler Allen Mullen, Elias Nicholas, Zachary Christopher Petty, Kelsey Marie Poole, Aaron Gregory Power, Cindy Marie Rogers, Monica Sharon Jasmine Serrano, Jesse Anthony Patrick Sharp. John Alexander Sutherland. Faith Wei Ying Tang. Megan Elizabeth Toner. Jessica Margaret Way. Sarah Jane Wilson. Rebecca Carolina Young. The Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies Diplomas, First Division. Terry Kyla Fitzpatrick. Paige Denise Hanley. Stephanie Marie Watson. Bachelor of Science and Sports Studies Diplomas. Alan Louise Arsenault. Matthew Gordon Bell. Mathieu Robert Demore. Brian Stephen Esty. Cody Nicholas Esty. David Roland Gillis, thanks. Natalie Alexandra Logan. John Kevin McIntosh. Colin Taylor Ugler. Kayla Dawn Painter. Grayson Alexander St. Laurent. Lauren Elizabeth Stockdale. Courtney McAllis Durba. Shayna Casey Thorne. Jesse Paul Alexander Underhill. Alexander Charles Robert Watts. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Recreation Sports Study degrees. The Dean of Nursing, Dr. Patricia Seaman, will present the nursing diplomas. Bachelor of Nursing, First Division, Olivia Kate Allen. Kimberly Marie Lynn O. Tiffany Lee Babin. Ashley Catherine Bradford. Ellen Christie Brewer. Sarah Jane Briggs. Darian Lee Brown. Courtney Elizabeth Busson. Charlotte Catherine Chisholm. Kirsty Jessica Clark. Julia Samantha Cleveland. Megan O'Neill Cummings. Emily Melanese Degill. Nicole Hannah Dutchuk. Amanda Gaywo Bing. Rachel Marilyn Fox. Kendra Allison Gass, Monica Lee Gibbons, Kaylee Jean Gillis, Sarah Morgan Hassan, Chelsea May Hislop, Emily Grace Jackson, Kimberly Ashley Kavanaugh, Candace Rose Keys, Elizabeth Marie King, Stacy Lines, no, she asked Stacy Linds, Hillary Alora McCollum, Kayla Marie Matchett, Aaron Lee McShane, Devin Brent Miller, Jody Elizabeth Mullen, Janet Elizabeth Isabel Napke, Sabrina Valia Poirier, Tina Catherine Butler Riley, Aaron Shelby Rio, Erica May Scriven, Marley Joyce Sherwood, Megan Alyssa Smith, Courtney K. Veal, Katie Ann Walsh, Alyssa Dawn Wells, Bachelor of Nursing, Jamie Lynn Arsenault, Kayla April Julia Arsenault, Ali Nicole Barton, Lindsay Cheryl Bell, Hannah Catherine Campbell, Riley Catherine Carroll, Chloe Jane Carson, Kelsey Ann Chase, Marla Tracy Clark, Natasha Serena Chloe Clavets again, Tiffany Yvonne Cook, Crystal Sarah Corcoran, Carly Danielle Cormier, Hillary Susan Costello, Sarah Joan Cooper, Sylvia Dawn Craig, Brianna Lynn Crozier, Sindel Amy Ann Cummings, Rebecca Lee Fiddler, Michael Vincent Fougere, Ashley Kelly Friars, Andrea Lee Garber, Megan Ashley Godwin, Amy Lynn Golding, Alicia Catherine Grieve, Dana Lynn Legacy, Danielle Dawn Duncan Lewis, Kayla Tara Megan Lewis, Kelsey Rose McDonald, Shannon Tess McGee, Sabrina Stephanie Matchett, Kaylin Lynn McCullough, Tiffany Yvonne Mitten, Alexa Ayer Moore, Melissa Ann Murdoch, Cassandra Crystal Padden, Karen Elaine Philpott, Kelsey Ann Pickerel, Mariah Ashley Porter, Marissa Jean May Richardson, Chantal Janelle Robinson, Ashley Elizabeth Rooney, Jenny Elizabeth Russell, Michelle Marie Russell, Ashley Lillian Simpkins, Heather Melissa Scourd, Jessica Annette Sloan-White, Bobby Lee Smith, Ming Chung Rachel Song, Rebecca Gail Talbot, Laura Ashley Theodoropoulos, Kristen Karen Thibodeau, Christy Michelle Vincent, Shelby Ann Claire Witherell. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Nursing degrees.
Congratulations. We will now confer the master's degrees in course. The candidates will be presented by the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Drew Rendell.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to present candidates for the master's degrees of Science, Arts in Sport and Recreation Studies, and Science in Exercise and Sports Science. The candidates may remain seated for this application. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellare, supplicant senatui et vic venerabile collegio gubernatorem, I baculauri vel scholares in facultate scientiae, in facultate kinesiologiae, quorum nomina ac studia emerite cognita sunt et promulgata, ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placeti vobis senatoris, placeti gubernatoris, uti supplicatoris admittantur.
The supplicants for the aforesaid master's degrees will please stand for admission by the President. Insignissime praeses amplissime cancellare, tota universitas, praesento vobis osce supplicatores in supradictis facultatibus, ut admittantur ad proprium magistere gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque illos quod omnia quae statuta nostra requirant, aptos et idoneos esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in Universitati Novi Brunswick.
You may now proceed onto the platform for individual acceptance. Dr. Mary McKenna, Assistant Dean of Graduate Studies, will present the master's diplomas. For the degree of Master of Science, Allison Ann Hustis. For the degree of Master of Science in Exercise and Sports Science, James Burkett Adams Baye. That concludes the granting of master's degrees.
We will now confer the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. The candidates will be presented by Dr. Rendell.
It's an additional pleasure to present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, the highest degree awarded by a university. The candidates will now please stand for this application. Insignissime praeses amplissime cancellare, supplicant senatui et vic venerabile collegio gubernatorum. Rachel Athieno, Physics. Gina Victoria Filoramo, Biology. Ali Garuni, Mathematics. Chandra Elaine Moffat, Biology. Shore Ramati, Mathematics. Fareshti Yazdani Aliabadi, Mathematics. Magistri vel baccalauri ut admittantur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris.
Placeti vobis, senatores, placeti gubernatoris, uti supplicatoris admittantur.
The candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy will please now come forward and stand before the dais for the admission.
That's perfect.
Right there. Insignissime praeses amplissime cancellare, tota universitas, praesento vobis osce supplicatores ut admittantur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris, testorque illos quod omnia quae statuta nostra requirant, aptos et idoneos esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in Universitati Novi Brunswick.
You'll now proceed onto the platform for individual acceptance. Gina Victoria Filoramo, to be Doctor of Philosophy in Biology for a thesis entitled A Molecular Systematic and Taxonomic Assessment of the Rhodymeniales. Chandra Elaine Moffat, to be Doctor of Philosophy in Biology for a thesis entitled On the Role of Host Trait Variation in Insect Diversification. Fereshte Yazdani, to be Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics for a thesis entitled Hopcyclic Cohomology with Non-Trivial Coefficients. This concludes the granting of degrees in course.
Well, congratulations, graduates. Please note that an English translation of your diploma has been placed inside the folder along with your parchment. I would now like to invite Brooke Yates, President of UNB's Associated Alumni, to welcome our new alumni. Brooke.
Your Honor, Mr. Premier, Mr. Chancellor, President Campbell, honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Heidi Shue, distinguished guest, family, and friends of UNB. It is an honor to share this much anticipated and special day with you. Congratulations on achieving this important milestone. Traditionally, as part of the graduation ceremony, the president of the UNB Alumni Association would offer a few words of welcome as you transition from students to alumni. In recent years, the Alumni Association decided to change things up a bit and enlisted the help from fellow members of the alumni family to deliver our welcome message. So I'd ask that you please direct your attention to the two large screens.
When we say we're at the UNB, we're not just saying we went there.
We're saying we're part of something. Something big, something strong, something deep, transformational.
Lifelong.
Something that has allowed me to take on the world, to discover my passions, strengths, to wake up every day and do what I love.
To be part of something special, a global community.
To network, socialize.
To celebrate our accomplishments together as UNB grads.
And now, it's your turn to make your mark.
Your connection to UNB is not something you leave behind you.
It's something you take with you.
Something you cherish and nurture.
Something you shine brightly. Something you say loudly.
Proudly. You are UNB's greatest ambassadors.
No matter where you go, who you meet, or what you do.
Stay connected.
UNB is a part of us, who we are, and who you've just become.
You will always be proudly UNB.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the alumni family.
In the year 2000, the UNB Associated Alumni introduced a new UNB tradition, the presentation of alumni pins to new graduates. We hope this pin will carry the individual memories of a life-changing experience at UNB and serve as a reminder that when you combine an ambitious goal and personal dedication, you can achieve and attain anything. And maybe more importantly, the pin is a symbol that you were, are, and always will be part of our family. We are a family, as you may have heard earlier, of over 85,000 strong, who work to better our world each and every day. A group with whom you can share your experiences, challenges, and from whom you can further your knowledge. The UNB Alumni Association hopes you will endeavor to stay connected as your careers and your lives expand. History tells us that many of you here today will become world-class leaders, innovators, healers, teachers, and pioneers. We know that you will make your own mark on the world, and we look forward to applauding you as you achieve this accomplishments. Congratulations on a job well done, and once again, welcome to the alumni family. I now invite members of the UNB alumni to present the 2017 alumni pin.
Thank you, Brooke. Again this year, the graduating class has asked that the valedictory address be presented at Encaenia. The valedictorian for this ceremony is Adam Chubbs-Payne from Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador, who received his Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology degree here today. Mr. Chubbs-Payne, I invite you to deliver the valedictory address.
I don't know about most of you, but I'm hoping that's the last time I have to walk up that hill. Good morning, distinguished guests, alumni, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow 2017 graduates to the University of New Brunswick, 188th Encaenia. I'm honored to be selected to address you on this very important day. And like any good university assignment, I stayed up very late last night to finish this speech. Graduates, although I know many of you, there are several people that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. For all those science folks, I was going to tell a good chemistry joke, but most of them are gone. But no, honestly, I don't understand how you guys do it. Physics, biology, math. I took a basic organic chemistry class, and face all kinds of trouble. I have a question for you nurses. How's studying for the NCLEX? Or should I say, the test where every answer is right, but one answer is more correct than the others? As nursing students, your countless hours of clinical and preceptorship have such a big impact on our New Brunswick healthcare system, and I commend you for that. Lastly, my fellow kinesiology students, we made it. We're finally on our way to becoming gym teachers. I'm sure most of you will be happy to stop receiving Facebook notifications from me. I wish we were going to be here for the new kinesiology building. I'm not going to miss the morning classes in LB Gym, followed by the one in Davery, and then McLagan, and then back to the LB Gym. Although we make up 3 separate faculties, I believe it's fitting that these 3 faculties are brought together on this day. Although distinctive, each of these programs attract hardworking individuals who will surely go on to improve society. Furthermore, I'd like to congratulate all my fellow graduates for getting this far. Every graduate blazed their own unique path on the pursuit of this very expensive yet important document in which you now hold in your hand. We all come from diverse backgrounds and have faced our own difficulties during the past 4 or more years at UNB. I urge you to take a moment to reflect on the obstacles you overcame. All the time and effort dedicated into earning this diploma is certainly something to celebrate. Whether you spent your nights at the cellar or at home binge watching Netflix, whether your weekends were spent traveling with your team or sneaking food into the science library, regardless of if you endured campus for all 4 years or never had the pleasure of eating Meal Hall's fine cuisine, it doesn't matter. What matters is that during your time here at UNB, each of us have matured in unimaginable ways. This remarkable university has molded us into the individuals we are today. Some people may say that high school is the best years of your lives. Wrong. I believe it's surely university. So what does this mean to be a UNB grad? Although the days of us complaining of the 95 A+ grade scheme or the crowdedness of the Curry Center are over, it's important to remember that this university remains a part of us. As UNB graduates, we all share this common bond, and I challenge you to take this with you wherever your journey may lead you. I would like to appreciate all the individuals that helped us get here today on behalf of my fellow graduates. Firstly, thank you to all the professors for their dedication, for their patience while teaching us, and for demonstrating that it is in fact possible to make 50 minutes feel like eternity. Thank you to the deans and the staff members of each faculty for answering our countless questions and ensuring everything ran smoothly. For our families and friends for being here throughout our highs and our lows. For the graduation organizing committee who made all of this possible today. And most importantly, our bank accounts. Our parents or guardians. I'm positive that they are just as excited, if not more, for this day to come. During high school graduation, I remember thinking how imperative of a moment this was in my life. Although I couldn't recite a single word that was said at this ceremony, I can certainly tell you how I felt. And it's really similar to what I'm sure a lot of you are feeling right now. Pride in your accomplishments, excitement to start the next chapter of your life, whatever that might entail, and fear. Fear of what happens now. But if you remember anything about what is said here today, it's that you shouldn't fear the unknown. You should embrace it. Some of you may know what's next. Maybe you landed that job, or maybe this was the first step in furthering your education. Do not be intimidated by these unfamiliar scenarios. Take advantage of them. Utilize the skills and the knowledge that you acquired over the past 4 or more years at UNB and apply it to whatever you're doing. You will do great things. If you're anything like me, maybe you don't know what's next. That's okay. Things will work themselves out. Not having a concrete plan for the future can certainly be frightening, yet I challenge you to embrace the unknown. Take that year off, travel around the world, move to that city you've always wanted to go to. The time is now. The American author Neil Donald Walsh, once said that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So take time to find yourself, take time to discover your passions and interests, and make all the mistakes you can. As Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus once told us, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. for it's these experiences that set you apart from others and will help you in achieving your goals. And to all those worried guardians out there, take a deep breath. We know you care about us, and that's why you worry, but it's important to give us space and time to figure things out on our own. Graduates, no matter what's next, I encourage you to live your life with no regrets. We're living in an era like no other, where the world is at our fingertips. Opportunities are rare, and it's important to seize these opportunities when presented. This graduating class will undoubtedly accomplish remarkable things. Now is the time. Embrace the knowledge. Thank you for listening, and let's go eat.
Thank you very much, Adam. You know, I can't help but remark that some professors with a gift for making 50 minutes seem like eternity decided to go into administration. Before we get to the conclusion of our ceremony, I do want to make a remark to the graduates. All of you are here today without having faced some challenges, some of them really significant. Most of you, nearly all of you, had lots of help to get here. Some of those people who helped you get here are gathered here in the stands to observe you, to feel happy for you, to share your joy. I'm sure there's a certain amount of relief. I would ask you to stand and give a round of applause for those of your people who have been able to hear, and share a thought for those who weren't able to be here to support you. Round of applause for your supporters. Thank you very much. Please be seated. On behalf of the Chancellor, the Board of Governors, the Senate, all the faculty and all the staff, I extend to each of you who have received your degrees here today our most sincere congratulations on your achievement and our very best wishes for the future. A special thank you to the St. John String Quartet, David Adams, Danny Sametz, Christopher Buckley, and Sonia Adams, as well as trumpeter Robert Dutton, for providing the music for our 188th Encaenia. Thank you. I would also like to thank all of those who have assisted with the arrangements for this Encaenia. There's a small army of people who work very hard to ensure that things go as smoothly as possible. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you are all invited to attend an Encaenia tea in the atrium of the Student Union building just down the hill. That's down the hill. The Associated Alumni will be selling diploma frames at the Encaenia tea, and a photo booth has been set up to capture more memories with your family and your friends. It is now my pleasure to invite Janelle and Julie Haynes from Florenceville, Bristol, New Brunswick, both of whom received their Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology degrees this morning, to come up onto the platform and lead us in the singing of O Canada. I ask that everyone please stand and remain in your places until the academic procession has retired. Janelle, Julie.
Our home and
saying. More than one person knows.
Just leave everything.
I might not forget.